I interview like how they stay fit like in their profession, especially for.
I don't know if you've
bands.
seen all of us. Some of us don't stay fit.
Well, no, but
I, on the other hand, have sculpted this masterpiece.
but like like how do you on like living that road lifestyle where the temptation.
I've definitely
is so
noticed
hard
over the
to-
past 5 years that it's getting a little harder.
It's
The
getting tough.
age is starting to take its toll. Like, because I mean, it's luxurious being in a bus. Like, it must be great, you're in a bus. But we're not like Dave Matthews where we have like 3 days off in between shows.
Right, where you can
everybody
go
gets their
hike,
own
like,
hotel room and all that
yeah.
stuff. We drive in the bus and sleep in the bus. It's like a Chinese hotel, basically. And so we, which is appropriate being in China now. So I sleep in a movie bunk every night. And then, at my age of 20,
21,
whatever I am. It's definitely I've started to notice, and it's really over the last few years. And what I really noticed is when we took all that time off, we did the Japan tour, which doesn't really count, but then we got in a bus in Europe, and it was the first time we'd been on the road again, really. And like the first week of that, I was like, holy crap, my knee was sore, and it was England too. Was the first part. It was like that wet November, like cold.
Where it's just like
it's like,
all
my
time,
trick knee is happening, and then like your neck is stiff, and is this what it was really like? And I kind of came to the conclusion that I think it was like that, but you just get used to it after a while. Like you wake up and you're sore, and someone's like, oh, I'm sore. It's like, no, I'm awake. This is how it feels to be awake.
Life,
And so after about a week, if you settle into just getting used to being sore all the time.
But do you do any like?
I feel pretty good this tour though.
Like I mean like I've talked to bands that they'll jog the steps in the venue and it's just to like get like some. Of that
I like to walk around for sure. Like at least walk, and that's harder on these winter tours too.
Absolutely, especially
November, like the November tour we did in Europe was like all we saw was the inside of the bus and the inside of the club. It's easy to get at odds with each other too because you're right in each other's faces all the time. So when you get in the club, you're either in like a little room like this, or you're on the bus where we're all like sitting like you can only like sit next to the person so long, without like it's elbows to assholes as we like to say. It's really up and close and personal. But I do. Chris and I have gone through different phases of like doing like workout stuff on the road.
You've been
I
like
used to jog. I can't really jog anymore because like I do enough jumping around on stage that my knees are not.
And that's enough. That's enough for workout.
But I do sit-ups and stuff at home and like little stuff, and I ride my bike a lot at home. But I would love to have a bike on tour actually.
So you don't bring a bike on tour?
I brought it once on the Warped Tour because we didn't actually have our own trailer this time. It was weird, but we were going through Florida and NoFX was on the last one that we did. NoFX was on too, but they left for like 2 weeks and they came back, but they didn't want to. They were just going to dead bet at home on their bus. So we just took their trailer. We had all the bar and all that kind of stuff on it too. So we ran the bar and took their trailer, and we went through Florida. So I got my bike and put it on there. So they just let us keep it on there until the end. So that worked out really well.
Cool.
And it was really the Warped Tour was great actually having my bike too because. The Warped Tour are usually in the middle of nowhere, but you're really not that far away. But if you're walking, you're not going to, taking a cab, trying to get a cab to come to the Warped Tour is ridiculous. And like walking out of there is like a whole day excursion. But I got on my bike and boom, you'd be like gone. You get 4 miles on a bike every time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that was definitely pretty cool. It was a good sense of freedom.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much more. I mean, I guess like, and you did mention before that it was nice to take that break where all 5 of you could sort of go off and do your own thing. I mean, I remember the last time
we all have different stuff we do on the side.
You do, right? You have the
label
coffee project, right?
Yeah, and I have
how's that
projects, and
going?
I've got this other instrumental stuff I do, and I do all the video stuff for our band, so we all had like a bunch of projects to catch up on. Coffee project's going great. We, during that time, recorded a whole record and put it on Vinny's label, and we even had time to do a little tour. We did like a 2-week tour up the East Coast, just me and Jake in a car, and that was great because I really learned my age again too. So we were like staying at people's houses. We got 2 times we got a Motel 6 too, like, so we were like, and we were super excited, like jumping on the bed.
That's big time. That's big time right there.
Because we were sleeping on not just floor, like literally sleeping on the concrete floor on like the sleeping bag that I had from like whenever I was touring with the sleeping bag. So it's like it was a shocking, rude awakening. It made me appreciate our tours a lot more.
Yeah. But yeah, that's great that you found.
Roger does
rehash
bands and does Rehasher and stuff like that. So we all have stuff that's going on.
Cool. Sure.